here are several families of pilot whales, and all of them have a little bit different sounds, similar to like a dialect in language. Yeah, we study and we want to understand what's the difference, how they communicate. We're just gathering data. Oh, yeah, right here.
I didn't see that.
Like what I'm doing right now is categorizing the calls, and that's a very time-consuming process.
So generally we have whistles, echolocation and pulse calls.
There's some really complex whistles that are like up, down, up, down, up, down. And you've got rising pulse calls, you've got falling pulse calls.
And that's our recording gear, which is a recorder, a speaker and a hydrophone.
See the whistle in there? These guys are making sometimes very high frequency noises, just like dolphins.
We just were trying to record sound of the pilot whales around here. We found 2 of them. Record a little bit, but they're very far away and it's quite tricky to do it.
Even though this boat is over 100 meters away now, it's still creating such a racket. Yeah.
Have a listen how much noise a small boat can produce. And now imagine how loud large ships are.
They have to alter their vocalizations in order to be heard, and how therefore then they have to increase the frequency of their calls, perhaps the duration, and this is something that I'm gonna look into and analyze a lot more between the 2 sites.
And that's the map of the usual locations of 4 different resident families of pilot whales.
We just came back from our trip. We spotted really cool Atlantic spotted dolphins, and we record amazing sound of them. Oh, that's awesome. At the end we found 2 pilot whales, but they didn't produce much sound.
Well, at least I've managed to film them.
It's very challenging to record the sound of them. Conditions should be perfect, there should be right weather. We should find the whales and they should produce the sound, and we also had the time to record it. So that's like how it is with nature. Sometimes you have to wait months to take a perfect picture in wildlife. So yeah. We're on a tourist boat right now. There's a group of dolphins. We also try to record the sound of it. The engine is still on. But it's just to compare the noise pollution underwater at this particular time, because around there are many tourist boats like this one. And yeah, just to see the difference. Yes, we can hear some whistles of the bottlenose.
A lot of
dolphins.
engine noise to cut out, but there is some whistles in there.
It's good that there are high frequencies, so it's possible still to cut out low. Officially, they're not allowed to stay near the dolphins more than for 20 minutes. That's just to give some space to the animals. But yeah, as soon as they spotted a group of dolphins, there was, in a matter of minutes, 3 other boats, so it becomes a bit busy. Like before coming here, I haven't realized how big the problem is the noise pollution. It affects their ability to communicate, to catch the prey, because they use echolocation, and that's how they determine when there's the fish they're fishing to, and also there's some cases of collision with the ships. Kind of similar, like if you tune the radio one frequency and then someone constantly interfering with you. So that's the same what many whales experience. Yeah, about tourism, I don't know. It's a bit tricky. The best solution, of course, is to limit the amount of boats. At the same time, switch to only electric boats. That would benefit a lot. Also on the boat we have a team of photographers who do fin ID. They take pictures of the fin of the whales, and then we can be sure that these whales, what we've seen, belong to this or that family. Last time we recorded the sound of the whales, and we can see it by the waveform, but we cannot really hear it.
Yesterday, this one I made in September.
By the waveform, you think it's the same family?
Yeah, let's listen to them both. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, that one's not audible, but it's there.
Comparing this data together with photo ID, we could be sure that this whale belongs to this family and he's got this particular vocalization. Today was one of the best days ever. We've met a group of pilot whales, about 10 of them. They were sleeping all around and we recorded amazing sound. Yes, it's a very special moment. All around the boat are pilot whales. They're sleeping. Fairies coming. Pilot whales come to start to wake up and vocalize. And it's very noisy. We can hear a lot of sound coming from the engine of the boat.
The company is Armas.
Bad company. What's interesting about them, they have a family, and in the middle of the family always juveniles and babies with mothers. On the outskirts, males who protect the group, and they could be like a few hundred meters apart.
And finally, we're back in office, where we can check all the sounds we have recorded. Some of them out of this world.
So why do we record sound of pilot whales? Well, first of all, because there's not enough data, and secondly, which is more important for me, when we will have more data, more research and more information about their communication, about how sophisticated their vocalizations are, that they have different dialects, that they have emotions and feelings, and very strong bonds between the members of their family. So then it will be easier to pass legislations to protect them, for better conservation, and that's, I think, very important. Take care of nature, because it's cool.